I'm honestly not sure what's cuter in this clip, the play itself or how pleased Felkeen is with himself. By killing off his own Astromancer Solarian and then trading away his Tayland Fordring, he is able to instantly draw the Prime and then, well, nonsense happens.
This is always a tough choice I struggle with when it's safe to do so, I guess, is Steward of Scrolls versus the Phoenix. Because obviously the Phoenix is just insanely powerful and you can set things up. But Steward of Scrolls is a spell discover, which is a big deal, right? So I always struggle when I have choices like similar to that power level of which one to actually go for. Okay.
Oh, that was sick. Counterspell and Netherwind don't proc together. Your first spell would get counterspelled, and then that Twisting Nether would have dropped a 4-drop on the board, which could very, very easily be representing lethal. And now he just insta-rips Mask of Cthulhu on an empty board for lethal. Nothing else matters, Raven. 2-mana Fireball in hand is going to end this one. And the cutest of plays that we have seen in European GM for a long time has paid off in spades for Felkeen to square this series up.
The key to Mind Render Elucia is not just considering what cards you take from your opponent, but what you give them too. Chonsu exemplifies this tenet of Priest play beautifully by playing Elucia on 4, likely stealing nothing of value from Tiz. The genius of the play, however, is that he gives Tiz a hand of completely useless cards, forcing him to essentially just pass the turn. The payoff for Chonsu is Ogremancer on an empty board, a play that is obviously devastatingly strong against a deck of 30 spells.
We talked about how the nerf to Lunacy makes it so that aggro decks can maybe capitalize on the slow start from Mage, but Priest is not an aggro deck. Chonsu did not hit his early game minions. He does... Oh, interesting. I say that and then they get the Jandis, right? But
yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's fine for Tiz too.
If you've played any amount of OTK Demon Hunter vs Control Priest, you'll know that friend of the show Mind Render Elucia instantly wins the game for Priest when it's drawn. Or does it? By combining a very risky glide pick with his Spidey senses, GivePlease was able to shuffle Bank Yugi's Elucia back into his deck on the turn it was drawn. With the Priest's 1 silver bullet neutralized, GivePlease glides to a victory.
Because if you don't play it that turn, it often gets stuck in the middle and can't be outcasted. But I think GivePlease's hand is slow enough that it's fine for him to go for this type of draw. Crimson Sigil Runner looks pretty good here.
I'm trying to get tricky already. Glide doesn't really do anything, right? Even if your opponent draws a whole bunch of cards, like... I'm just trying to think of any way that you can stop your opponent from playing Elucia, and Glide potentially has some disruption properties. Probably not good enough, because you're going to discard a whole bunch of your own cards, most likely.
Maneuvering Glide to actually get you net positive in terms of cards in hand is really tough as Demon Hunter, because you have to play out a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, this is kind of awkward, because he had quite a few pieces of the combo, and he's just used 3 of them on this turn with the Moarg I-Beam.
What's the name of that card in Warlock? Plot Twist? That's basically all it is here. Yeah.
Sure thing. Yeah,
and
that's...
the Illusion's
He could just draw it again straight away. He gets the same amount of cards. But, oh no wait, he gets 4 left, sorry, as well. So it's pretty disastrous to lower his hand size.
Glide!
That was unbelievable. He has mana, right? That all works out.
Yeah.
He has more than enough. He has like 1 trillion damage here.
He does.
Bank Yugi knows what's up. Oh, he throws it down. That was insane. I mean, well played, GivePlease. I think in the end I would have looked at Glide, I would have been tempted by it, and I would have picked anything else.
There is one rule when playing against Token Druid: remove their stuff. But No Hands Gamer knows the rules were made to be broken. By playing Mozaki instead of clearing up most of the board, he leaves himself in a very precarious situation. A single buff spell puts him on death's door. But by not letting himself be flustered, he follows up with a beautiful clear the turn after.
He started on the 2/3s, that one thief has a chance to hit shooting stars.
He's going to go the other way. He's saying, kill me now, or I've got to 3-8 forever.
He's going into 5. Is he going to double trade?
What are you scared of if you trade? Like another combustion? Unlucky, just ignore it, yeah.
He's got to kill every minion. Or devolving missiles.
Yeah.
Shooting star!
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Now
but
he
that's only +1 spell damage, so I think he needs to Wand Thief hit it. I think it might have to be Wand Thief and hit a cheap spell. But let's see. Cheap spells left in his deck. He's got Brain Freeze, which would be the nuts. I think it's just for Brain Freeze. Okay, Cone of Cold, Font of Power.
Font's fine. He can,
that's a clear.
clear the 3 on the right, and then he can trade into the 1 on the left.
Yep.
Time runs out on me.
Don't aim face. It's good. That's it. But it's not it, because he's so low on health.
It has been quite the start to GM for Give Please, but he certainly met a worthy opponent in Alan in this week's final. Alan had completely exhausted Give Please's removal and set up a seemingly unpreventable lethal, but Demon Hunters always have one last trick up their, well, not sleeve. I mean, doesn't Illidan have a shirt or something? I mean, anyway. Give Please, due to saving his 0-mana Moarg for many turns, is able to find a truly unbelievable lethal from Skull of Gul'dan.
Oh yes, another minion that has to be removed. Even just a 6 health Truthseeker. This is tough for Give Please, and that Libram of Judgment, that is the finisher. Again, lethal repped next turn. Even more with the Abusive Sergeant if the minion sticks here. This needs to be a miracle from Give Please off of the Skull.
He rips it. Fell Scream.
Oh, this is a lot of damage. This is a lot of damage.
Wait, isn't that lethal? That's lethal.
No
I'm pretty
way.
sure it is because he hit the Philosophy exactly and the Ugg Merchant. Oh my gosh, that was the Miracle Skull.
He actually hit it.
I'm in shock. Unbelievable. Please gives the thumbs up. He sees it right away. You can see right there, if it wasn't Philosophy, it was only 24.